Alright, guys. Here, I am in, I'm in the same setup, but I am in a different room now. I moved my whole setup elsewhere and gonna get some time trials in. Realistically, today I don't really have the time to do a full race length, so I'm just gonna get some practice in. I was out playing with my parents' cat. They got this orange cat. And the dude scratched the hell out of my hands, and they're beat up right now. So every time, like, when you turn your wheel over, um, almost 180 degrees on those big turns, your kind of top of your hand kind of rubs on it, and that's where most scratches are. So, right there on my pointer finger, that knuckles, I'm gonna be monitoring it, see if it's gonna keep bleeding more. Just because I'm kind of rubbing on that skin pretty heavy, just because the handles on mine is like on my wheels, a heavy grip rubber. So, but I'm also testing something else out today. It's not really going to change anything uh, when it comes to performance, but it's going to change due to how long I can race at better performances at the further end of it, I guess. More so on the factor that I got some blue light glasses, and they are there just to make it so I can race longer without getting headaches or whatnot. So I'm trying them out today. I'm not going to be on for crazy long, but it's something to try. First time ever in a Formula 2 car here on Canada, so these, as you could tell, these first laps are just kind of figuring it out and obviously getting back because it's been a few days since I had that last stream. I'm going to get beaten by the default ghost. So I'm not going to go full commitment yet because I obviously don't know where the limit is. But let's see how this plays out. Change my brake bias a little bit. Yeah, I know where Formula 1 braking marks are on this track. Not well, I'm not really good at this track. It's something I'm going to probably practice on during these time trials. But yeah, I got a lot of work to do basically. Figure out my braking points, getting used to the Formula 2 car. Because I did like a 8 race season, only 5 laps did it, so a couple of my buddies. And was doing that for a while, and it was fun, but I feel like I forgot how to race these cars. But I'm gonna quickly check one thing before we keep going on. Okay, I was making sure my mic was connected to my headset because sometimes it glitches, connects to my controller, and you will barely be able to hear me because that controller audio is obviously not good. Gosh, rough. One thing I gotta do is put my shoes on. I just realized that. So if I got a metal base plate under here, it kills my knee after doing some race, or not my knee, what the hell, my heel after doing some racing. Trying to gain the confidence on these Formula 2 cars, because on Formula 1, on the exits, I have way more confidence pushing more speed quicker, but in Formula 2 it just feels like they spin out so easily. Maybe I gotta brake earlier there, just a tad. But just before I do that, let me throw these shoes on. It's pretty cold in my room anyway, so extra layer everywhere kinda helps. I don't like turning the heat up in my house because when you get too hot, you have to sit in front of a fan. If you're too cold, just throw another layer on, you'll be fine. So I have it at a moderate degrees where I'm normally fine with, but in my room it's a lot colder for some reason than it is elsewhere in the entire house. Even if I close vents, try to direct airflow elsewhere. Alright, I'm going to try snapping that wheel a tad bit more, seeing if I can get a more rotation on that exit. Yeah, heavy lockups. I really don't know how to handle that corner. Too worried of sliding out. I do need to get some setups for Formula 2. So I've been racing stock and rated, or whatever it is exactly, setups, what they give you based on what that track should be using. But if you get a setup, you can really increase your speed. Excuse me. Son of a... Took too much speed. This is not Formula 1. I had to over-rotate there on that left-hander just to get the car rotated, or over-flick it. Lock up. I think I might look up a setup for this car. That would be decent. Because I do not know how to make my own setups. I haven't done much research on that. So I might look one up and try putting it on this track just to see if I can gain a little bit more time. Because for a lot of the setups, you can either get more rotation out of the car or whatnot, faster straight line speeds, and it really can help a lot. The new car setups available. I wonder if what that's gonna do for me. Really trying to push it there. That's unfortunate. I think my personal best lap time, yeah, it is. It's invalidated. Oh my gosh. Not too worried about this because it's not gonna qualify as anything, but I always struggle on this corner to get a lot of speed out of it. That's unfortunate. Wow. Let's just give that one a restart. Gotta lock in, man. I'm not in the racing mindset. Wow. Maybe I should try a track I'm more familiar with to warm up than going straight to one I'm not familiar with or really good at. Trying to push it. sucks. I'm just gonna go anyways. Trying if third was good. Ugh. Trying if third was possibly a good gear to shift out of there, and no, it's not. Yeah, I can't fucking get rotation there. At least enough rotation where I think I should at least be getting. Yeah, that's real bad. Touch the grass. Kept it out of the wall there, just barely. Figure out my line through there. I'm always smacking that wall. Carried speed through there just a tad bit better. Never, man. Let's look up a setup real fast. See if we can get anything. Random YouTube shorts. I got my volume all the way up. Wow. Formula 2 F125 Canada. Alright, let's try this first one that pops up. I'm not going to go in detail trying to find, or in depth trying to find one. Let's back out of there. I don't know what my R3 button is on my wheel. So let's grab my controller. Let's try this. So 3125. '80 30. $36, 8. He has his on 98, but I don't know why I'd do that. And then, now I'm guessing this isn't for a fast lap. It's more so for a race setup, but I'm going to keep it anyways and use it as my setup. 23, 23. Yeah, these will save my other ones, so I already have Canada. Gotta come down here and do. Cannot see my keyboard. I got one hand, alright, let me use two hands. And this will be, here, let me, before I do that, let me do F2 so that I can stay in the front. Do F2 Canada. So this will be my setup, and we're gonna see if I can improve, possibly see if the setup's gonna help me. There was quite a bit of different changes to it, so the car is definitely gonna drive differently. We just gotta figure out how and how to manage it, see if it helps us improve. Okay. I'm gonna take this first lap as a cruiser. I don't know what I'm doing going full force. I screwed that up, but I'm just gonna take everything about 50% less. I'm going so much slower, and I'm already saving time. This definitely doesn't feel as tight anymore. I'm already saving time. What the hell? Yeah, that's how you know you need setups. I screwed up that line so bad, but yeah, setups help monumentally. That was taking off, Lou. Alright, I kind of see how the car feels. I'm not comfortable with it yet, but we're going to try to up the ante just a tad bit more and give a little bit more push to it. Always crossing the line there, just barely. Oh, if you go on that curb just too much, it'll spin you. Alright, that's my fault. Just making a fool of myself. Gave plenty of room there. Maybe we lose a lot of time, but it is what it is. Let's see if we're in the green. Doubt it. Yeah, no. Okay. Gotta have gone out of bounds somewhere. Taking no precautions. That's the problem. I need to be more cautious of the things that could happen. It's like in a lot of the Formula 1 cars, that's not some of the things that happen. You're going to bottom out in different spots in F1s than you are going to F2s, and it's the whole learning experience. Man, I'm struggling there, y'all. Alright, here, watch this. Am I making a... Wait, I was in that 20... Okay. Let's give this a F1, and I'm just gonna see the difference. Cats are making noise out there, jeez. Got them these two new toys. One is like a little... I don't know what that shape would be called. Let's give it a circle shape. Flattened. It's like I want to say oval, but it's not exactly that. It's a weird shape, but it's a toy. And it shoots a little feather out of it. Not shoots, but like it pokes it out and then it sucks it back in and then it puts it out in a different hole. And it keeps going back and forth, and as bad as that sounds. But all it is a little feather going out, making the cat try to tat it once it goes out, but it's getting right back in, and the cat's looking all over for it. It's a little toy. And then another one is a ball that moves around automatically, and they just go around attacking it, and it smacks the ball here and there. It's pretty loud, so you might hear that. You may have already heard it. First lap on F1s, no warm up. If that's my actual personal best in the past, that sucks. Or I just didn't try it enough, because I'm not even doing that good of a lap right now, and look at that. But as you can see, going F2 for some reason, or F1, it's just so much easier. But on F2, it feels harder for some reason. Lockup. Oh my gosh. Slightly four-wheel drifting this 3 times in those 2 corners. First gear was probably the choice there. I do not know how that didn't disqualify me. Maybe this one more lap and I'm probably going to swap tracks. Duck that into the grass more than I should have. Gosh. Really rough one. No clue why that's such a hard hairpin for me. Just a tad bit more than 180 degrees, so it's a tad bit awkward. tad bit of an improvement. See what I can do by cheating. Going through there normal is faster, I'm pretty sure. So is there. Oh yeah, I lost a crap load of speed. Here I should be able to make a lot. Full throttle it. I'm pretty sure people do try to fight for the leaderboards when it comes to the unofficial laps, the penalized laps where you go out of track limits. I'm sure it's pretty quick on this one. I curved. Yeah, 106. I didn't look at what that puts. I'm gonna stop this because my wheel's going all the way to the right. Let me change to I'm trying to do tracks that I'm not the best with, so I can get better with them. Netherlands I'm really bad at, but I really don't want to do that. Texas I suck at. Mexico is something I really have to work at. That's something I'd like to try right now. I struggle with Mexico. I think I've put a decent lap time on this. I'm not 100% sure. Have to give it a check. Now let's come here. So I got some friends. My previous one was a 17.5. Okay, my force feedback wasn't there. Granted, the lockup was 100% my fault, but still was not ideal. The goal is just to beat my personal best, and somehow that that exit was my best so far. What the heck? Almost at a tenth before the first corner. Wow. I think I'm able to brake way later there. Okay, my time's probably going to be pretty easy to beat, as long as I can keep it on the track. Ooh, I locked up heavy. This is my first time racing on this track with the ABS off, so I'm definitely trying to brake like I used to. There she goes. Pretty sure it's the 100 marker here. Alright. So we got a challenge, we gotta beat it. I was in an Aston Martin. Try a little further braking. I probably can, I just gotta do better. I was honestly just letting that happen as shouldn't have, but figured. It's all good, more practice. As you can see, I'm not consistent with my gear ratios at all. That's a harder one not to lock up on. Yeah, you get to really tell I don't race this track much. Trying to push the limit when I should. I gotta act like I'm in a real car so I don't make stupid mistakes or less stupid ones. This is going to hinder me, and it feels like I'm going to start over because now I'm going to be trying from a different perspective, but I'm going to give it a shot. At least you can see exactly where my wheel will be now, in real life at least. These corners are going to be the difficult ones in first person that I'm not used to, yeah. One thing that I hate about these corners is I feel like I'm getting too much rotation where I'm kind of sliding out, but I'm not. I have no clue where that corner is. Jeez, that's straight gas. I can't see the corners there half the time, which sucks. Definitely not overshooting things as much, so far at least. Yeah, I don't know where these corners are. I'm impressed how these guys do this in real life. Rations for sure. Maximum tire wear is what I'm doing on these lines. Too much curve. That's fun. Really struggled through that last sector. I improved somehow, but Yeah, gotta work on it. I literally, oh my gosh, I haven't beat my original time, and I thought it was going to be so much easier, just because I haven't been able to keep it on the track. Alright, come on. Right here, man. I'm gonna have to go back in a slower car in the 2025 season at least, just to fucking beat this somehow. I saved 4/10 through those corners last time, or a couple times ago, so I gotta figure out how to redo that again. I heard that tiny lockup. It sounded like my front right. Wow. Alright. Watch this. If I go to one of the worst grids on the team this season, I'm gonna win. Or not win, but get it. So, I don't know which the worst is, but we're gonna go with Sauber. I don't think they're standing too high. Let me give it a check as we speak. I have the championship standings here on my phone. Sauber it's actually Alpine who's doing the worst this year. So Sauber is ninth in the championship. Alpine is 10th with 22 points. Sauber of 68. And then in the that's the drivers' championship, or not the drivers, but the overall teams, the constructor. The driver on Sauber, I only could see the top 10 from this view, I think. Let me double check. The top 10, at least, Nico Hulkenberg is in the top 10 of the drivers' championship. I do not know where the other Gabriel Bortoleto is. So let's throw on that Canadian setup. It could be due to the fact that this setup isn't the correct setup, because there's one track on here, I swear, I think it was the Netherlands or something, I don't have and I cannot find. So alright, we're gonna go over this so I could see which one I messed up maybe. I found it. There's two Belgiums. What the hell? This one is probably is it Hungary? Or no, it's the Netherlands, I believe. The second Belgium is the Netherlands. Oh wait, well, let's get out there. First time in this car, maybe even first lap we could beat it for some reason. It's how it works for me. Sometimes when I'm doing online lobbies, I just use this car and I win mostly with it. I have no clue why. Maybe it's because my favorite color is green. Not this kind of green, but it's out there. Okay. We invalidated it, but let's see if we can still improve. I am racing just as bad. Shoot. Yeah, that was really bad. I got close. Come on, I just gotta pull it together. I could save like a whole second, I feel like, on this track. If I push hard. See? 4/10. Coming up on 5. Let's see there. Told you all I had to do was go to a salad. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Every time I go to the salad, I can start pushing a little harder. This thing at rev limiter sounds absurd. Alright, enough of that. I wonder if we can make it through some of these corners in 8th gear. I'm just doing random shit at this point. I'll just get up to speed real quick. Alright, now we go to 8th. Oh my god. That lockup was crazy. Alright. Maybe braking without downshifting is something I'm new to. Just going from 0 to 8 on these slow corners and up, it just probably full throttle this in 8th almost. I don't know why I let off, but come on. Be a real slow lap, of course. Check out the cone. On these low corners, you can almost full throttle it after braking, because... Alright, just for shits and giggles, let's give a full lap, 8th gear, try to see what we can do. Get going, come on. What am I doing? I'm freaking doing the Senna technique with the throttle when I do not need to. Ooh, almost pushed her a little too hard. The fact that this could still beat a lot of road cars on this track probably. So I'm always turning more than I think or turning too hard there. Thinking I'm not going to get enough rotation by going so damn slow. It is a solid about 14 seconds slower. Wow. A lot less slower than I thought it would be, but something funny to do here. Anyways. Singapore is one I never race on. Let's give that a shot. Trying to do something on my phone real fast, but it's just not letting me tap the screen right now. What the hell? There we go. Alright. What are we at? Singapore? This is a track I am awful at from my memory. So, let's see if I can improve on my personal best, which I do believe I have a personal best around here. I think I pulled a decent one, for me at least, for how bad I am at this track. Jeez. Okay. I'm just happy we're on the track. I gotta go way wider there. You know, like, every time I race this track, I forget how it goes. Kept it out the barrier. That time I did not. Okay, you can ride that curb. Alright. This can be a little controversial, but I need that midnight. And I'm gonna grab myself a drink of water as well. So I am extremely thirsty. Jeez. So when I got my 132 196, I had 2 different assists on. Now I'm racing with no assist. I'm a little slower this way, but it's for me to practice and get better at it. Because I haven't raced with it, with all of them off that much, and it's something I do need to do to get better in the long run. In the long run, I'll be far faster. But I just need to learn it, nail it down. That's the point of the F2 series with ABS off, just to really figure it out and learn it. So going on tonight already, doing better. That's crazy. Okay, over-exaggerated how much, I don't know what it's called. It's when you kind of turn extra, else we're going to get extra rotation on the other turn. I'm not entirely sure, but I over-exaggerated it. Did more than I needed. At least I'm just right behind my personal best. Son of a... Jeez. Looks like my personal best did it too. Wow. Alright. Yeah, I'm really struggling on this track. Okay. Need to relax here. Not brake near as hard as I needed to. Struggling. Once I beat this lap time, I am going to end the stream though. I'm going to grab myself some food to eat, but I'm not stopping until I beat it. I have that tiny tap on the wall. Wow. What am I doing, man? Y'all are seeing the trial and error of this BS. This is absurd. Come on. Thought I could send a tad bit more speed through there. This is definitely incorrect on that. Please don't invalidate. Oh my gosh. I struggle on that hairpin. It's a very difficult one to approach, but I know I'm going to beat this. I just got to keep it on the track and not in the slight bits of a wall. Ooh, I wrote that. It's not good. Inbounds. Oh, that was awful. Struggling. Now I'm gonna have to swap to the Alpine, I feel like. It's all a mindset thing. Oh, that's disqualifying, isn't it? I'm not even gonna try to push. Wow, I tapped the wall and it doesn't disqualify me this time. The one time I let off because of it. I need a punching bag, man. It's getting bad. It's getting bad in here. Lifted the slightest bit just to fucking get through the corner. Lose a tenth on the straight, but worst car in the team or track at the moment. Let's give it a shot. Pretty sure it changed my setup. I don't know what I was thinking. I pulled an Alpine there, I guess. Just braked on that corner. Somehow I didn't lose that crazy time. Somehow didn't disqualify. I'll take it. Giving Alpine leeway due to the season so far. Oh, that was awful. Why did it not disqualify me? What the hell? I'm gonna run with it. Fuck, I can't take that much curb. Keep doing it. Improvement, there we go. Even though it was not deserved. I'm gonna try to get myself an actual improvement. Gosh, I did good through the first half on the previous one. Told you it's the Alpine, man. I'm struggling compared to what I just did. Still was not an ideal lap, but we're pushing up past my previous mistakes. There we go. Proper-ish lap now. Now I can hop off feeling good about it. Well, not good, but better. I'm just gonna give it one more shot. Guy ahead's pretty quick. Oh my gosh, we kept it. We kept it. I may have been able to beat Bumkaz, I don't know if that's how you say it. But, at least we kept it on the track, that's what matters. Not going to get too greedy there, tried saving it. Keeping it going. Try a lap around this track in first person. I feel like it wouldn't be too easy, but too hard at the same time. Jeez, missed that. I feel like I could get a decent lap around here first person. It's not going to be great, but it'll do the job. Oh. I don't know if that braking point shows a 150 up there. I only saw the 100. And then last second I saw the 50. I'm like, wait, that 100 fucking passed? I thought the 100 was a 150. Alright, let's give it a lap. That's given estimated that. I gotta let off for a penalty, but losing all the time anyways, shoot. Such an awkward corner right there. Gosh, now I'm in first person. I'm not braking near as hard as I need to. And once I'm gonna come around, I'm gonna try to push my hardest to get a decent first person view lap. But it's possible for me. I'm gonna grab some food right after this. I'm hungry. Yeah, there is no 150 at least. I don't think so. Gosh, dude, the oversteer is so easy on that corner. Gonna roll with it even though I got disqualified. I didn't see the braking marker till the last second due to the position I was in. I'm gonna call that it. I'm struggling like a motherfucker. I'm tired and I'm ready to go eat. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. I celebrated my Thanksgiving today. That's why a little bit worn out. Ready to take myself a nap. Ate not that much, honestly. It wasn't like, at least my family, we don't crazy celebrate. We just did the necessary, but got some food. Ordered some pizza is really all it was. And a bunch of sweets, of course. Nothing crazy. We're all adults now, and there's no more children in the family, so it's not like we're gonna do it like we used to as much. But it was a good time. But I'm gonna head out. I'll see y'all on the next stream. See ya.